Let me ask you something real. Have you ever been in a situation where you were doing everything right, showing up, being kind, even planning thoughtful things, but instead of getting closer, she pulls away? Like the more effort you give, the more she drifts. You start thinking, what am I doing wrong? But the truth is, it's not about what you're doing. It's about who you are being. There's a type of man whose presence doesn't chase. He doesn't try to control. He simply stands so grounded in who he is that a woman chooses to surrender. Not out of fear, but out of something deeper, a kind of trust, a kind of safety, a kind of quiet power. So today, I want to talk to you like a brother and show you how to become that man. Not through manipulation, not through fake alpha moves, but by owning the energy that makes her want to lean in completely. Point 1. Stop explaining yourself all the time. One of the most subtle traits of masculine power is silence. Not passive silence, but intentional stillness. When you find yourself always trying to explain your thoughts, justify your choices, or win her approval with words, you slowly chip away at her trust. A man who's confident in his choices doesn't need to overshare or plead. He says what he means and lets his actions prove the rest. That's the kind of energy a woman trusts. Because she doesn't feel like you're performing, she feels like you're rooted. Next time you're tempted to prove yourself, pause. Let your silence speak louder. When you do that, she starts leaning in, trying to understand you. That's when the power shifts. Point 2. Create more distance than closeness. I know this sounds backwards, but hear me out. Masculine energy doesn't smother, it creates space. It's in that space that her curiosity grows. Her feminine side isn't attracted to what's always available. It's drawn to what feels strong enough to stand alone. You ever notice how women are drawn to men who aren't chasing but still feel present? That's because those men have mastered the art of emotional distance. So instead of always texting back instantly or always being on call, pull back just a bit. Build your own world, your own rhythm. When you stop orbiting around her world, she starts to notice your gravity and she'll begin to move toward it, naturally. Point 3. Speak with direction, not questions. You want her to trust your leadership? Start speaking like a leader. Most men unknowingly weaken their presence by constantly asking, "Is that okay? What do you want to do? Should we go here or there?" Now, collaboration is good. But when you're always asking instead of leading, she starts to feel like she has to carry the weight, and that shuts down her feminine. Next time, try this. Offer a clear plan, a clear decision, and hold it with calm confidence. Even if she tweaks it later, the fact that you led first changes the energy. Women don't submit to indecision, they soften to direction. Point 4. Be the calm in her storm. Her emotions will rise and fall. That's natural, but your power isn't in matching her waves, it's in being the shore. When she gets emotional, many men either react and escalate or shut down completely. Both kill attraction. What actually makes her trust you and feel safe enough to surrender is when you stay steady, not cold, but calm. You breathe slower, you speak softer, you hold your ground without flinching. That calmness signals something powerful to her nervous system. He can handle me, and that's when she lets go. That's when she stops testing and starts trusting. Point 5. Be unavailable to anything that disrespects you. This one's deep. You can't expect a woman to submit to you if you're submitting to her disrespect. Every time you tolerate passive aggression, games, emotional manipulation, you teach her that you have no boundaries. And here's the truth. She cannot trust a man who doesn't protect his own energy. You don't have to fight. You don't have to argue. Just quietly walk away from anything that crosses your line. That silent exit, that quiet standard. It communicates more than 1,000 words. It tells her, I don't need to control you, but I'll never betray myself for you. That's when she starts to respect you in a way that makes submission feel natural, not forced. Point 6. Be a man with a mission. She can't interrupt. If your life revolves around her, she will lose interest. But if you have a mission, something bigger than her, something that lights you up, she'll feel the magnetic pull of a man with purpose. Women don't want to be the center of your universe. They want to be invited into a universe that's already moving. So ask yourself, what are you building that doesn't involve her? What makes you come alive when no one's watching? When you commit to that mission, something shifts in your energy. You start walking with focus, talking with clarity, and living with fire. And that, my brother, is when she starts chasing your world, not the other way around. Listen, you don't need to raise your voice, chase validation, or manipulate anyone into respecting you. You just need to remember who you are and lead from that place. When you stop over-explaining, when you pull back and create space, when you lead with calm direction and stay true to your standards, that's when the energy shifts. That's when she starts to feel something she can't explain, only respond to. So if this hit home for you, I want you to comment below. Silent strength. Let me know you're watching till the end. And keep this in mind, a woman's deepest desire is not to be controlled, but to feel safe enough to let go in the presence of a man who doesn't flinch. Be that man.